Okay, you'll notice that these two look really similar. So let's first make sure we see that this is cosine of ln of x. So it is not necessary, but this really could be rewritten like this. This is an inside the cosine function. And the same thing for this one. This ln of x is inside the sine function. Okay. So let's make sure we don't stick an extra x in there. I've seen many people just start off by saying, oh, this must be cosine of x times ln of x dx, and then do a bunch of work and get 0 out of 10, because that's not what it says. It's not cosine of x. So don't do that. Don't stick an x in and change the problem. All right, so this is parts. I'm going to let u equal the function I know the derivative of, and dv equaling the rest. So remember, this is the simpler case, right? So v is just x. So to take the derivative of cosine of ln of x, take the derivative of cosine, I get negative sine ln of x times the derivative of ln of x, which is 1 over x. So chain rule, be really careful there. So there's lots to be careful with in this kind of problem. So I start off with this equal uv minus the integral of v du. So I'd have a negative x sine ln of x times a 1 over x dx. So these x's here cancel. So, and I've got two negatives. So that turns into a positive sine ln of x dx. Well, that's very similar to what I started with, but it's not the same. So this gives me the prompting, let's do it again, and I bet we'll get a wraparound kind of problem, right? So let's let u equal sine of ln of x, dv is dx. So be careful with the chain rule here, right? Times 1 over x dx, and here v is just x. Okay, so there's no nothing to carry along the front, so let's just do it. So I get uv x sine ln of x minus the integral of v du. So I get x cosine of ln of x times 1 over x dx. Let me make some room here. Okay, so these x's cancel. So I get minus cosine of ln of x dx. Well, there it is. That is what I'm trying to solve for, isn't it? So I'm going to add 1 to the other side. So I'll get 2 cosine of ln of x dx equaling these two things. And I'm finishing it off by dividing by 2. Sine of ln of x plus c. Okay, this one here will be really similar. So you would start off with u equaling sine of ln of x. dv is just dx. Then again, this is the first crucial part is to see this as one function, and the next is to make sure that you're doing the chain rule. Derivative of sine is cosine, carry the ln of x along, multiply by the derivative of ln of x. So I'll just set you up on the first step, and I'll let you finish. So you get uv, whoops, I'm sorry, I meant v is x, right? Okay, so uv x sine of ln of x minus the integral of v du. So there it is. You see the x's will cancel. So I'd have minus cosine of ln of x dx. And so I'm just going to say you get to do it again, where you let u equal cosine of ln of x and the dv is just dx.